Not really an area you would want to make a whoopsie. This is the Velotric Summit 1 electric mountain bike, and this is the Flume Trail out here in South Lake Tahoe, California. It's about a 14-mile trail with some pretty gnarly overlooks and about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. And right now we're sitting at 7,000 feet of elevation, which, you know, makes it a little bit hard to breathe, as I'm already feeling. And of all the trails I've ridden in my lifetime, the Flume Trail here in Lake Tahoe is one of my favorite, so let's get to it. So here we are on mile 1, and for most of this ride, we honestly don't even need an e-bike, but this first segment here, we're gonna gain a lot of elevation, and you know, this is just gonna be the right option, you know, having an e-bike for this portion. And my goodness, dude, I can feel the elevation. I'm really, you know, I have this thing on boost mode, so we do have 15 levels of pedal assist on this bike in 8 gears with the torque sensor. So we'll downshift a few gears here, start putting a little bit of work here as we climb this first elevation gain. And last night we actually saw a bear.
Well, it wouldn't be a trip to Tahoe without a little bear encounter. Oh shit.
So there are bears out here. Hopefully we don't encounter one today. I do not have bear spray, and hopefully those puncture resistant tires we have on here, the Kenda puncture resistant tires, hold up, because I don't have a flat repair kit either. You know, some people ask, how loud are these e-bike motors? It's a hub drive motor, pretty torquey for what it is, really. But unlike a mid-drive electric bike, this one's actually pretty darn quiet. I think I'm gonna use a little bit of throttle here. So I'm not even pedaling in this part. I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually pretty steep hill. It's pretty steep right here. So this hub drive motor is pretty torquey. But also another thing about the VeloPower hub drive on this bike is very, very quiet. I can barely hear it at all. Yeah. Oh, tree coming down. Oh my goodness. Woo. I'm glad you had me stop.
Yeah, of course. Well, with that, you're free to go.
All right, thank you.
Have a great one.
That was crazy, man. What are the chances? Dude, even with the motor on here, definitely getting a workout in. So that's like the nice part about this e-bike, kind of really in particular. You can really kind of pick and choose how hard you want to work. I'm getting winded, so I'm just gonna start mashing on that throttle. But it's got the torque sensor, so it gives you power in proportion to how hard you press on the pedals. I actually had it on boost mode, but you're climbing so much elevation right now that, you know, it's still hard. Like, this is a steep hill. This is a very nice electric mountain bike, especially for the price. And you know, I have probably about 20 e-bikes right now. I decided to take this one out of all the e-bikes I have on tap right now. And one thing about this e-bike I've noticed, in compared to a lot of the e-bikes I have, the handlebars, they're wide. It's the right kind of setup for a mountain bike. So really wide handlebars gives you a lot of leverage and control where you're placing that wheel, which is going to come in handy big time here very soon. You'll see what I'm talking about. A little bit of snow out here still, man. It's almost June. Mile number 2. 2 down, 12 to go. Way more muddy out here than I was expecting. All right, we're getting out here now. Still attempting to conquer this hill. Looks like we're showing 79% remaining on the battery, but the scary and beautiful part will be here shortly. Now might be a good time to see how well these tires stick going through the snow. Oh yeah, I got the 650B's knobby tread. Looks like we're gonna really be putting these tires to the test here, going over the snow, full throttle. Oh, all right. Maybe they need to be a little bit wider to get through this. Oh no, snow in the shoe. We're plowing through, throttle only. There we go. All right, there's a lot more snow on this than I was expecting. The road is clear. Yeah, no, it's just starting to get snowy right now. Down that way, it's all dry. Enjoy. I'm hoping that this is even possible to make it through. The bike is IPX6, battery is IPX7, so pretty waterproof on the ratings. I hope I'm not getting myself in over my head here, because there's no cell phone reception out here either. I really just have my fingers crossed that the snow is gonna get less intense instead of more intense. Ugh. So I guess I'm starting to have some second thoughts. Way more snow out here than I was expecting. I guess the lack of other mountain bike tires in this snow is a little bit concerning at this point. Mile number 4 of about 13 or so. All right, got a little bit of dirt in the face. I was gonna say a little bit of a snow-free section here. And wow, starting to get some of the views. So we're gonna go down to this lake, kind of circle around there. Hopefully it's not too snowy back there, and then we'll get to the real views here shortly. Dude, this is honestly way more gnarly than I was expecting it to be. And we're not even to the gnarly part yet. Welcome to Marlotte Lake elevation 7,823. Woo! We are up here, dude. I probably shouldn't even be wasting time coming over to this section, considering we're gonna be a little bit short on daylight potentially. Wow, so beautiful over here. Dang, dude, here's another peeker on the corner over here. Bikes over there. Absolute silence out here. You know, man, it's really not even so much about what bike you get. It's just that you get an e-bike. Look at the adventures they can take you on. There's no chance I would ever have pedaled out here without an e-bike. Man, 7,800 feet of elevation. Whoo! But like I said, you know, there is a reason why I chose the Velotric Summit 1 to help me summit this mountain. You know, it's a reliable e-bike, man. It's good value. It's my favorite electric mountain bike. I could have chosen 20 different e-bikes to bring out here. I thought, you know, this is the one for the job, dude. Has not failed me yet, but we do have some more gnarly stuff coming up, so let's check it out. And if you are thinking about getting the Velotric Summit 1, if you buy through the link below this video in the description box and use my coupon code at checkout, it helps give you the best price and also help support my reviews on Tail Happy TV, and I greatly appreciate your support. My goodness, I am out of breath in this high elevation. It's an awesome bike, don't feel pressured to buy it, but I would definitely recommend it. And let's get a little range update here. We are 43 minutes into this ride. Almost 5 miles and showing 70% on the battery, and that's after most of the elevation gain. And there is something that's kind of a little bit special about this bike compared to a lot of the stuff that's on the market, and that is a narrow, wide chain ring. If you don't know what that is basically it just helps keep the chain ring on there. If you haven't noticed, I have not lost the chain on this ride one time yet. We'll see if it holds up for the whole ride. And also there's like basically no chain slap on this thing, so my chain's not smacking around down there and not falling off, so that's excellent. Dude, this is genuinely getting to be a little bit concerning. Ugh. How much snow there is on this trail and how much further I have to go. And I do have to admit, man, being out here in complete remote desolation wilderness, I am a little bit worried about bears, man, because we saw one last night. And a little bit scary just thinking how powerful they are. Oh, freaking bird. I don't know, man, maybe we'll see one. There's a lake right here with fish in it. Oh no, dudes, I'm looking at this map here and like, I mean, we're only, well, 6 miles, that's like halfway. I just don't know if I should turn around and go back or keep pushing, man, because if it keeps getting more gnarly, sun's gonna go down, we're gonna be stuck out here. It's gonna be cold. I mean, at this point, the only hope I feel like I have is like this other tire track coming through here. Like that tells me somebody else recently did this. If somebody else did it, I can do it. Well, that's how I feel. We'll see. All right, so as I suspected, coming around to this side of the mountain, we're gonna start seeing a little bit less snow. Really hope that's the case, because if not, we are out in the freaking middle of the wilderness. Oh gosh, did I miss my turn? Up until now, this really hasn't even been like the dicey part of the ride. We are just now getting to the sketchy section. Hopefully it won't be in snow. Let's roll, baby. Yeah, buddy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm having a good time on today's ride. So hopefully, you know, we do have those puncture resistant tires. Other features about this bike, as I mentioned, the narrow wide chain ring is gonna help keep our chain on for this section. It gets a lot more bouncy, but we also have the hydraulic front suspension. Narrow tires are coming in handy. clearing that gap right there between that rock. So last time I came through here, I was on like a high power 26 by 4 inch wide fat tire e-bike. Not quite in the clear on the snow. A little scrapey scrape on the pedal there. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, I'm not gonna ride this section. But yeah, we have that adjustable hydraulic suspension on the front, so this is a cushy ride. And then the seat on this bike actually is pretty cushy. So, wow, look at this little waterfall right here. How about that? Spring runoff from all that snow melting, baby. Wow, feels great to be out here. See if I can balance going across this bridge without falling in there. Give me that throttle. Yeah. Gotta go back and get the camera, of course, over there. Another thing about the bears is sometimes they like to go hunting down here where they can kind of get the trout, get the fish. In the fall, we saw a bear hunting by one of these up close and personal. Well, since I went back to grab my camera, I gotta do this one more time. I gotta say, man, I'm loving the pedals on this bike. They are like a flat metal pedal. They have not slipped on me at all. We're on mile number 6 here, poking out here a little bit, starting to get a little bit of views and a little bit of the cliffs that come along with the views. So pretty much we have a beautiful single track ride here for the next little bit. Showing 60% on the battery, feeling good out here. This bike just feels excellent out here. Oh, the sticks. So these sticks on the ground give us a little bit more of a puncture test. Oh, got a tree down. Oh, tree down here. So these, what are they? 22.6 inch wide tires, 27.5 inches tall, known as 650B in the gravel mountain biking community. Kind of like a compromise between a 26 inch tall tire and a 29 inch tire. Man, these things, they have been gripping on the snow, so I have no doubt they're going to be gripping out here. Then we have the wide handlebars, and this mountain biking position puts you a little bit up on the handlebar just a bit, so you get a little force down. Feel very in control of this bike, which is definitely what you want to be when you're out here riding close to a cliff off to your left here. Maybe one of the minor complaints I would have about this bike is that kickstand is kind of, whoa, look at that cliff. That kickstand kind of just wobbling a little bit. You could take it off, replace it with one that doesn't wobble, but that's pretty much about my only gripe with this bike, I think. That torque sensor is excellent. Start pushing on those pedals, get that power in proportion to how hard you're pressing. Feels like a bike on the juice out here, winding and weaving. Woo! Feeling good. Oh, a little scrape on the pedal there on that rock. Wasn't quite sure how to handle that situation, but coming to a stop is never a bad idea. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to talk about is the through axle on this bike also helps, makes me feel a little bit more secure in that front wheel. And, you know, instead of having like a little quick release skewer or something, it's really nice having the thicker, more secure through axle on there. It just helps the bike, you know, makes me feel like my front wheel is not going to just pop off on me, and also gives you a little bit more control on that front wheel. One thing with the wide handlebars, better be careful not to clip them, you know, on a rock coming around, you know, an edge like this. You don't want to send yourself on a trajectory you wouldn't want to be on. You know what I mean? So it is nice that you do get, you know, 15 levels of, oh my goodness, look at those cliffs over there though. 15 levels of pedal assist across, you know, 3 modes: Eco, Trail, and then Boost, and then you get 5 levels on each one. Then you can get into the app and, you know, modify each of those settings, you know, so you can really dial this thing in. And the torque sensor is really nice to, you know, gives you power based on how hard you're pressing on the pedals. Good thing the brakes work right now. How about that? Oh, snow's making a comeback. Right by the steep cliffs, right where we need the snow to be, right? Dude, this trail is beautiful, but my goodness, it can feel a little sketchy if you just like look off to the left a little bit. Oh, man. Oh, wow, yeah. That's the view right there. Check it out. There's, I forget the name of that beach, but it is a beautiful one. And then we've got the snow to, make it feel a little extra slippery there by the edge. Oh, whoa, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, straight up water we got to ride through. IPX6 coming in handy. So maybe you can see why this is one of my favorite rides of all time by now. But if not, maybe if you're only listening, definitely feels dicey coming through this section. Oh yeah, right here. So cruising on trail mode here, it is showing 54% remaining on the battery. So, you know, right around halfway, and I think we're about halfway done with the ride at this point. Mile number 8. Hopefully there's no other mountain bikers coming around the corner here. I gotta say, man, the hydraulic suspension and the seat that's on this bike, even though it is a hardtail, it's a very comfortable bike. The benefits of a hardtail is you're gonna get better efficiency, able to put down the power to the pedals more easily than, you know, oh my goodness. Full suspension adds weight, so oh my goodness, this feels a little bit sketchy coming through here. Lost my train of thought there a bit, but yeah, the hardtail means, you know, it's gonna be less weight, and then you're gonna not have that like bob that you get on a full suspension bike. So, oh yeah, a little bit of throttle right there. Look at these rocks, man. What a beautiful, beautiful ride. Watch those handlebars against this cliff here. Caution, landslide area. Please walk bike through. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, as I hop out on the bike. Yep. Yep, I'll be walking it through here because, as you can see, not really an area you would want to make a whoopsie. So we'll keep a finger on the brake lever here. Make sure we don't whiskey throttle it, just in case. But, a little sketchy, but a little fun too. What a fun ride. Wow. The cliffs though, see, watch the handlebars coming through here. Oh my goodness. No sign saying we can have to walk it through this. Should I ride it? Oh, yeah, dude. A little bit sketchy here. I think I'm gonna hop off. Just in case, just in case. Just in case we clip a pedal there. Well, wouldn't want today's ride to be the last ride. I think we're safe here though. I think. Throttle me, bro. Yeah. Man, that throttle is just so nice to get you going from a stop so you don't gotta pedal, but then once you're rolling, then you can just get a little exercise and do a little bit of pedaling. Man, this bike just goes exactly where you point it to go though. That's the real beauty of these like 650B tires, you know, shorter than a 29er. Gives you a little bit more control than the through axle, the wide handlebars, really just, and then some weight over the front too with the, you know, mountain biking riding position. Really just allows you to tell this bike, go there, and it listens exactly what you tell it to do. Woo! So if this hasn't convinced you to get the Velotric Summit 1, I don't know what will. This bike is awesome and priced right, man. About $1,800 before my discount code. My discount code will save you $60 off one. I think you can actually save more if you buy more than one. You know, if you're gonna, you know, get one for a riding buddy, a spouse. We got a fellow rider. Thank you. Not the only one out here tackling this terrain today. Oh gosh, more snow. Yeah, awesome e-bike. Would highly recommend it if you're on the fence about buying a affordable, budget-friendly, quality electric mountain bike. Velotric Summit 1. Look no further. Well, you can shop around. Do you, Rob? But I think this one's pretty awesome. Attention, mountain bikers! Control speed. Says we have some objects and stuff. So we are rolling on the Shimano brakes, and I mean, they just feel great, dude. I think he was scared or something. Man, this bike just feels so light and nimble compared to the most of the stuff I ride. Woo! Views for days out here. Man, these Shimano hydraulic brakes have been taking an absolute pounding for a while now. And no squeaks, nothing, no brake fade yet. Maybe a little bit too much speed, yeah, but these tires They make me feel confident, bro. And one of the benefits of this bike compared to some of the mid-drives is top speed on this one is 28, they say, but I mean, I can get this thing up to 32 before it cuts power. Still got the juice in it for sure, man. Just giving a little bit of pedal assist here, hitting 31. I'm gonna dial back though, because there's people here. This thing just feels so good going around corners, being only 65 pounds, and that torque sensor, the power just kicking on, man. This bike feels fantastic. This bike just feels like a bicycle on the juice as it is, but that torque sensor is what gives it that feeling. It's just such a responsive torque sensor. You start pressing on those pedals and it gives you all that power. See, how about them views I was talking about? So we're down here by the big lake, Lake Tahoe now. Up there earlier was Marlotte Lake, and man, this thing, very stable feeling electric mountain bike, man. If you're on the fence, buy it, dude. Buy this bike. Use the link down below this video in the description box. Buy this bike and you'll be happy with it, man. It is smooth. Just absolutely fantastic electric mountain bike for the price. 1,800 bucks plus 60 bucks off with my coupon code link down there. You're gonna love this one. Rides like a dream, baby. Hi. Have you been crying all day without me?
You just took a nap.
Oh, you little sleepy baby.